Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a weekly singles prediction. Today, we're going to ask our spirit guides and our angels what's next in love. I do have some charms and some initials for you. So this is the week of July 27th, Monday, July 27th, if you found this today, anytime this week, to August 2nd. So this is for any sign. It is a collective reading and any sign that you may be thinking of. Please use this reading to help you to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life. Let's get started. Let's see what our spirit guides have for you today. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's been newly guided here for the first time. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is next in love? What is coming our way? What is the type of energy that we are worthy and deserving of? Help us to manifest this love. Bring it towards us. I honor it. I am listening for you now. Dreams. Look to your dreams. They hold the answers. Don't give up. Don't give up ever. And also, a lot of you have premonitions in your sleep. Like, I've seen my soulmate. I've heard my soulmate's voice. I know that they're a part of me already. So subconsciously, a lot of you pick up on the energy that you're already connected to this soul. But of course, don't give up on your dreams, your personal dreams, a collective dream with somebody else, all of those things. I have a wedding, taking a relationship to the next level, one step at a time. For those of you that are manifesting a commitment, that is something that you definitely want to have in your lifetime. You'd like to have a marriage. You'd like to have a home with somebody. You'd like to settle down. Some of you would like to have a family. So absolutely, at the end of this reading, we're going to claim it and we are going to put it out to the universe and ask Spirit to bring you that. I have a hideaway, making time to be with your person and creating this special space. Doesn't mean that you're hiding this relationship. In fact, they're confirming you know, it's like you'll no longer be a secret. You know, sometimes in the beginning you kind of hold back. I'm not quite ready to let everybody know what's going on, because then it looks like if it doesn't work out, you're going from one person to the next. And all you did was date one person for, you know, a couple of times. But if you've been dating for a little while and you've been on the kind of QT, it could be you're not going to be a secret any longer. You are going to be more open out in the public. You could be starting to meet family and friends. And maybe we feel comfortable that this is going to, you know, continue so that we can start to introduce each other to people that are important to in our lives. So, but I get the whole, I'm not quite ready to introduce you certainly to kids right away, or I'm not introducing you to my parents until it's something that's real. An adventure, seek adventure together. It adds excitement. That was a feeling of, yes, ultimately I want that commitment, but I'm also open to wherever this takes me. You know, if that's not in the cards for me, but we're happy together for a long, long time, you know, that's okay too. It was more of a feeling of, I'm kind of game, you know, I'm kind of just open to what is it that Spirit has for me? What is it that, you know, is meant to be, instead of trying to rush things or push things. Spirit saying, let's see what our cards are saying. Welcome, everybody. If you're new to the channel, so grateful that Spirit has guided you here today. I have a King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. I have a King of Wands, and I have a Temperance. So a couple things came into me as the Six of Pentacles came into me as high drama, high maintenance. that I've had that. I feel like that's something that I am blocking. Okay. Like I'm very adamant about drama. So somebody who had a very up and down person in their past, and it was always something. So I do feel like this person is just trying to focus on themselves right now. I doesn't mean that they don't want this relationship, but you could hear from them that, you know, they put a lot of hours into their career. Spirit saying, like, you know, for lack of better terms, they're climbing the corporate ladder, they're building their empire. They are they're in their element. I want to say that. So whatever they're doing with their work, they love their work. And they're probably very, very good at their work. And they're saying it took them a long time to get here. So, you know, it's kind of like through sweat and tears and hard work. And it wasn't just handed to them. They didn't inherit a business. They're not like third generational wealth, or fourth, you know. I feel like through, you know, blood, sweat, and tears, they've kind of earned their place, in this world. And part of me feels like that's what they're going to be talking about. They're going to be talking about, you know, kind of what they do. You know, it's a big part of their life. You may be very, very interested in what they do. You may have a lot of admiration for what they do. So I do feel that. I feel like this person is, I guess, riding the wave, so to speak, but through hard work. You know, sometimes you build a business or you're in your career and it's up, 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 up. And then you get to a plateau of some kind where you know what you're really doing. You're really good at what you do. And there's this kind of momentum behind you. So I kind of feel like they're at that level. They're not a little kid. Spirit saying this is a grown adult. So I do feel like they have achieved, maybe they're not exactly where they want to be, but they've achieved a lot so far. I think that Temperance is, in comparison to that Six of Pentacles energy, they see you as a calmer energy. They see you as somebody who isn't bringing a lot of drama and high maintenance and crazy into their life. They can't handle it. They have too much to focus on. And if they're really driven at this stage with their career, because it's the stage in their life that they need to be, they're not going to allow drama into their life. They don't have time for it. So you've got somebody that's, you know, no games. Otherwise, they're going to walk away. And not that you're going to play games, but no games. Five of Pentacles. I have a Devil. I have a Two of Wands. And I have a Queen of Cups. That definitely came into me as they're looking at someone who has a lot to offer. Okay, so when they come into your energy, it's because of your high value. Okay, that Two of Wands and Queen of Cups was almost overriding that Five of Pentacles and that Devil, because it was, I'm not looking for somebody who's dragging me down. I'm not looking for the negative person. I'm not looking for the person who has that I have to fix or I have to take care of. They're looking for an equal. So you guys are both probably at a really good place, or really kind of both, you know, achieving where you want to be. This Two of Wands, I like this. I like this bag with all this kind of makeup stuff in it. And it's a night out, it's bubble bath, it's divine feminine energy at its best. It's girly girl. There could be something about you that they just love all the divine feminine energy. They could be very, very divine masculine, almost like an alpha male energy, and this is kind of an alpha female energy. But I have this, we're both successful in our own right. We're both very independent. We're both confident, is powerful for both of us. You guys are way up here. You're two very high level, high value attracts, there's a sense of we attracted each other. So this high value energy is very good. I guess I have a star. That was a feeling of you're everything I wish for. It was a, if I'm going to be with somebody, it's going to be somebody that's like the whole package. I'm going to say you're the whole package. I'm going to say that they see something in you that, it's, you're not just eye candy. You're not just a pretty date. You're not just somebody pick up the tab energy. No, it's very high quality to me. And I do feel like I'm very excited about that. So that it took me a long time to find you. They're sharing. So they've dated other people. Sometimes you meet people, they're great on the surface, but they look great. They smell great. They're like, wow, you're pretty hot. But there's like nothing there. And you have a conversation with them and you're like, hello, hello. And if I can't have a conversation with you in the beginning, what the hell's it going to be like, 10 years from now? So, yeah, I mean, you're the whole package, whether it's conversation, looks, personality, standards, morals, values, everything. And they love it. I have children. I do feel like there are children connected to this connection. I do want children, they're saying. So somebody who is looking to have a family is coming in to somebody. And then also I have relatively smaller children. I have, maybe grade school children, mini teens, something like that. So somebody has, there's children involved. I'm going to say that one way or the other. I have a twin flame energy. I do feel this connection. They're saying it's effortless. And it's interesting because twin flames oftentimes struggle, or when they're really ready for the connection, it is effortless. It's off the charts. So there's a sense of, it's meant to be. It's going to be good. I mean, don't compare it to anything else, Spirit's saying, because it will be totally different than anything you've had before. I have past love, just somebody breaking my heart. So when I said don't compare it, don't compare it to the person who broke your heart. That's not going to help you. I have destiny. I'm going to go with this for a second. Does the twin flame find each other because it's already a soul contract? I'm going to say yes. You add that star card to it and it's kind of, this is what I've always hoped for. This is what I've always dreamed of. They asked you to not ever give up hope in the beginning. Don't give up your dreams. So this feeling of, am I going to have someday, they said someday, what it is that I'm asking for, I'm going to say yes. Maybe you don't have it yet, but you will have it someday. What's at the bottom of my deck? I have pure love, true love. This feeling of holding it in my hand energy, this kind of feeling of I can get my arms around it. I know it's real. I can wrap my head around it, as opposed to this kind of daydreamy fantasy, I hope. It feels more concrete than that. It does. It feels, this person's pretty mature and strong and successful in other areas of their life. So I would say they're a good communicator. I feel like you're going to know where you stand. I do. Spirit, can I have some initials? Let's start to get a couple clues. Spirit, what is it that you want me to know? Don't worry if you don't see your initials or their initials. That's okay. They're just clues. I have an M, P, I. I have an M, L, A, I, K. I have a Z, I have an F. Let's just get a couple more. I have a W, and I have another W, and I have a K. So we'll take those, and let's get some double initials. So the first two letters of either a first name or a last name might get you even closer to somebody that you're thinking of. These are. If you get one of these, this is kind of a good sign. Whoop, that one jumped. I have an R-E, S-M, G-A, B-R. I have a D-E today, an M-A, J-A, V-I, and I have a K-E. Okay. So for those of you that are just thinking about somebody, or you've got, somebody that's coming your way, we'll keep an eye out for some of those initials. Spirit, give me some clues about this person, anything that we want you to know. I have chest hair. Okay. I always laugh at that one. Somebody who has a thick head of hair. Okay. Somebody who has facial hair, divine masculine, and there's, they just have a lot of chest hair. So some of you like that. Some of you are going to ask for some grooming to happen, but it might exist. I have likes to wear shorts. I feel like that's the person who wears shorts around the house. As soon as they get home, that's kind of their comfy clothes. They could have like stretchy gym shorts or sweatpants shorts, something like that. So I feel like that's more their hanging out clothes. I have blonde hair. Someone could be blonde. I have loves pets. I want pets. I feel like multiple pets too. I'm not feeling, it could be 2 dogs, 2 cats. It could be a dog and a cat. But I feel like it's not just like one animal. I feel like it's, I don't know, somehow we ended up with 2 dogs and a cat, something like that. Long hair. I'm going to put that with the blonde. I have long legs. I love your smile. I always love that. I have jet black hair. I have dark hair. Okay, so we have somebody who has fairer skin, maybe lighter hair, and somebody who has darker hair. So a little bit of a contrast going on there. I have definitely taller than you, so there could be a big height difference. That could be something that you notice right away. You have a dimple when you smile. I like that one. Loves music. Okay, so big music fan. Could be a particular type of music that they love. Plays an instrument. Part of me feels like it's like a band instrument, a guitar, electric guitar, even drums, some keyboard they're saying. So it could be something along those lines. I have a beard. Okay, chest hair and a beard. All right, we got hair. I've got law. Okay, could be connected to the legal system, police, attorney, court system, security, courthouse, anything, jails, anything like that, security, computer tech, somebody who's very techy. I feel in and out of my phone, and spoils you with gifts. Okay, so I like that. They're not buying your love, but I do feel like like I said earlier, they're riding the wave. So a gift could be they never let you pick up the tab when you go out. It's just who they are. It's etiquette, spirit saying. It's more like, just that's who they are. So that feels more along the lines of the gifts. They're very generous, So who's this generous king of pentacles and king of wands? I have cooking your favorite meal. They're a good cook. Okay, this person can cook for you. Is that part of the spoiling you? You don't have to do all the work. I like that. Do-it-yourself projects. I like to work with my hands. I like to do things around the house. I could be fixing up my house right now, painting rooms, adding an addition, putting on a back porch, opening up the back of my house, you know, some kind of construction. I have breakfast in bed. I don't know about the breakfast in bed, but coffee in bed. Let me go get you a cup of coffee. Let me go put the coffee on. Well, how do you like your coffee? So something along those lines. Did I just say coffee? A coffee date. Okay. So part of me feels like this is a big part of our life. Okay. And it could be as simple as like we like to go for a walk. We like to stop and get Starbucks or something ahead of time. And then, you know, we go somewhere and we walk around. I feel like it's part of a routine that we do. Say Sunday mornings, we get a cup of coffee. Maybe we go out to breakfast. We take our cup of coffee and we go for a long walk in the park. You know, like I just feel like it starts to turn into something we enjoy doing almost on a weekly basis. So that feels nice. I have first kiss. So it tells me it's somebody new. It tells me it's somebody that I'm excited to be with. I love the high value. I love the equalness of this reading. I have a gamer. I'm not giving up some of my old, I feel like I want to say old school friends. I still hang out with my high school buddies. I still have friends that I've been friends with since grade school. That could have been you. That could have been them. I still like to get together with them. So that's okay. That's great. That shows them they can keep a long-term relationship going. I have massages. Okay. That came in a little bit of a, not that they have back problems, but they could be on their feet all day. They could be work their body hard. So their body's sore. You know, they want to take a hot shower when they get home. They love a massage because their muscles are sore. Their muscles are tense. Bottom of the deck, I have holidays with you. So I'm already thinking ahead. I like that. I'm already imagining what it would be like for you to meet my family and to have you in my life around Christmas, or bring you with me somewhere for the holidays. I could be thinking that far ahead, you know, once I meet you and we're together. Let's get some charms. Let's see what my charms are saying today. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so far so good. I mean, I think that you guys are going to have a lot in common, Spirit just said. And it feels relatively easy. I don't feel a struggle right now. I think you're both mature. I feel like you both have had other relationships. You know what you're looking for. Oh, this is a good one this time. It's how I feel. This is a good thing. All right, let's see. Let's get some charms. All right, a couple things are jumping out at me already. Let's get the letters. I have the letter G. I have a letter, I have a letter G. I have an L. And I have a C. Okay. What does this say? That says Libra. I have a Libra. And I have, what does these say? This says make a wish. So go ahead and make a wish. And it's like all the way around. I kind of feel like part of me felt for a second there I've gone full circle with something. Maybe I haven't dated for a long time, so I'm back dating. I'm back in the dating game. I feel like I just went full circle. Every journey starts with one step. So we're going to start this journey. We don't know where we're going to end up, but we're good wherever it takes us. I love you. I'm not going to be afraid to say I love you. I always love that. What is this little guy? Okay, so it's a crown and a moon and an angel wing. They're just saying the right one, you know, just a kind of a feeling of sent by the angels or the universe. You know, there could be a part of you that just feels like this is the right one this time, and it just feels right. That's okay. That feels good. I have a wise owl. This feels like a good decision to me. I'm not second guessing myself, which I like, because that could be something you struggle with. I just asked them, and they confirmed you're not backpedaling. So for those of you that struggle with you're all in and then you pull back, I don't feel that this time either. So you could be really confident with you're making a good choice this time, that this is, what did they say? It's, you know, you're the whole package, but they're the whole package too, to you. So it's mutual. And I'm not a big check all the boxes, because you're not going to get every box checked, but you are going to get what you're really looking for. You are going to get the person that works for you, and that's more important. So I think that's nice. I have this beautiful crown. I just feel princess and king energy. Your values are up here. I feel that you know your worth. You know you're not going to settle for just anybody. You're going to have a catch, and if you have to wait for a catch, you're going to wait for a catch, and that's okay. I have a palm tree. This feels like I want to take you away. That feels like planning a trip, planning a vacation. Tropical island. Here we go. I've got a fruity drink, tropical island. I've got a cruise. I'm going to sit on the beach with you. So I'm going to go with a romantic vacation, because I think you both can afford to travel, or one is very generous and says, I'll buy the plane tickets, I'll buy the hotel, you know, so I want to take you. I want somebody to go with. So somebody could be very generous and, you know, treat you to a vacation. How would that be? All right, what's this? Let me see. It's in the corner, and it is a Santa. So part of me feels like we will be together for the holidays. And I know the holidays seem so far away, but it really is a blip in the big picture of time. So 6 months, 5 months, right? So you've got kind of this forecast of either traveling for the holidays together, talking about what do you do for the holidays, a little bit of a, if we're still together or we are together, this is what I would like to do. So we start planning way ahead. I mean, so this person's already assuming that you're going to stay together. I have a key to my heart, and I have a little hourglass. Part of me just felt like some of you are saying to yourself, time is running out. What is the time? Is the timing that you're worried about having children? Is the timing worried about you're getting too old for this? You know, like it is divine timing. There's no right and wrong. You know, there's what's meant to be for you. So there's no running out of time. Spirit has you working on other things. You're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. So you have to go back to believing in that divine timing if it hasn't arrived, and just keep surrendering to it over and over again. That's that. But that kind of hourglass feeling, as always, it's a matter of time, right? So here, you know, it's on its way. Spirit, what will the feelings be? What will the feelings be in this connection? What is it that our person wants to say to us? Let's get some loving messages. I hope you guys have a great week. If this person isn't in your life yet, this could be the week that we finally meet our match. I would say it that way. That would be good. I want to be the reason for your happiness. I want to make you happy. This person's very confident. You're very confident. So this isn't childhood games. This, it's two people that can communicate, which is really nice. I want to support your goals and dreams. I'm not going to ask you to change. If you have a really big career, if you have a really full life, you're raising children, you have parents, you're active, they're not going to ask you to make all kinds of changes in your life. That's why they're going to be attracted to you. They're going to be attracted to you because you're doing all this juggling and you're still, keeping it all together. And it's this great energy. So they're not going to ask you to make all kinds of changes in your life just to have them to be a part of it. Things happen and we adjust, but they're not going to ask you to change. They're going to fall in love with you for kind of what's going on in your life right now. What you love, I love too. That felt like I am going to love your children. For those of you that have a child or children, I love you because they're a part of you. Okay, I can see you in them. They're adorable. They're sweet. They're kind. They're funny. They're entertaining. So for those of you that worry about, am I ever going to find somebody? But I'm a single parent and it's harder. No, they're going to love you. You're the whole package. I want the whole package. My body says, yeah. My heart says, heck yeah. So, this is a great example of when the right one comes along, that I guess we don't have to work that hard. It doesn't have that drama, Spirit just said. It didn't have that high maintenance because this person was going to walk away from that. They don't have time for it. You don't have time for it. It's going to have somebody that we have a lot in common. Whatever's going on in your life, kids, no kids, ages, anything that you think is preventing you from being with someone that they don't want to be with you for that reason, that is wrong. You are going to attract the person who accepts all of you and loves all of you. So get that out of your head. That's not the reason why you haven't found anybody. It's because you haven't hit your divine timing hasn't come in. Okay. So it's not because you have 3 kids and nobody wants you with 3 kids. That's not why. The perfect person is going to want you and your 3 kids, something like that. It's uncanny what we have in common. I think that that's a big one for the two of you, because I feel like you're at a different stage in your life. Spirit's saying you're not young kids anymore. And I feel like that conversation energy, that intellectual attraction is key. You can hold their attention. They hold your attention. There's a lot going on here, Spirit just said, but all really, really good. So we'll take what connects to you, the kind of energy that you want in your life. We're going to ask Spirit now to bring that to you. We're going to claim it. We're going to own it. We're going to comment on it. And we're going to thank Spirit. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you all for being here always. I hope you have a great week as I am uploading other videos. But this is your weekly reading for many of you. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that all your dreams come true. Spirit just said, how gorgeous. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. In the meantime, we'll see you all again in another love reading, and have a great week, everybody. We'll see you soon.